Hello, hello, hello. I have Leah with me
Hi,
today. How are
Kelly.
you?
I'm good. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Not at all.
So, um, we're just going to jump right in. For those
Okay.
of you watching, she's busy. She's in the middle of work. So we're just going to do this thing fast. So tell us, like when you first joined, what were your biggest fitness challenges, health challenges prior to joining the group?
Ooh, probably just getting started. COVID for me was a license to drink too much wine and rediscover potato chips. Yeah, and I wasn't sleeping well. I was drinking too much wine. I was eating a bunch of garbage. And this had gone on for a year. And I was really starting to get worried. And I mean, scared that I was setting a pattern that I was not going to be able to change. And it was kind of over. And so just making one step was a big deal. And I remember you just kind of looked at me and you asked the question, what is it that you want? What do you want to change? And that was in essence a game changer, because it was like a lot. And you saw it on my face. It was amazing. You was like, you can calm down, it's okay. I still remember that day, and it was like I was so scared that I wasn't going to be able to do anything. And it was like just small steps. So
Wow.
big challenge just to get started. I was afraid, I think, of letting myself down and letting other people down as well, because this was a group thing. And letting you down, you kind of assured me that, you didn't care, it was fine, whatever. I mean, you that's the thing. You're like a therapist. Every good therapist like kind of takes their own axe to grind out of it, so that it's really about you, right? The person trying to get the help. So you kind of assured me that that was going to be fine. So I got started. And
No, you did. You got started solid. You've done a lot of stuff. You've made a lot of changes. I know.
I have made a lot of changes, and the biggest changes, knowing I can go forward, and even when I backslide, and even if real life intervenes, and work right now is crazy, and I'm feeling like, oh God, I need to get back. Well, it's okay. You can do this again. You can reset, as your term. You can get started again. You can kind of just dive in, and it's going to be all right. And that was the big issue. That was a big issue.
Yeah. Somebody had said in the group that she was afraid that she was just going to quit again. Like she was kind of a quitter, and that she was just afraid that, wow, this probably wouldn't work, but whatever, she'd give it a try. And she hasn't. Like, she's been going solid, and so have you. So why? Like, what's the difference?
I think it was the commitment. It was the commitment to myself. It was the commitment to other people. And that was a biggie. I didn't want to let others down. I tend to be kind of a loner, which I don't think is necessarily good for me. I've never done exercise or fitness or things like that in a group. And so I just sort of felt like, okay, not only will you let yourself down, you'll let other people down as well. So I found that it was okay. I'm not going to let them down. Our job is to encourage each other. It's never about shame. It's always about encouragement. And if someone says, I need to be bullied, then you bully them. They have to tell you that. It's kind of like you, Kelly. You will bully, but only on request. That's a good thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And I've learned to take smaller steps. I've learned to start moving in a positive direction. And even when I go back a step, to say, okay, then take a half step forward. It's going to be okay. I'm exercising more than I have in the past, and more regularly, though that's been in the last couple of weeks kind of bad. Started cooking, being more healthy in what I eat, sleeping better. Oh my God. That was such a gift. And knowing that they all kind of work together. I cut down on the wine, So I've even lost some weight and I feel better than I have in a long, long time. And that makes it enjoyable to be moving. That makes it enjoyable to do active sorts of things that I wouldn't have done before. I think one of our group members, Pam, talked about going and doing axe throwing. I was like, axe throwing? Oh, that sounds like fun. And you know, I do have to chop wood. So that would be a good thing.
Maybe I can get my partner to stand on the side of the barn. And
Yeah, there we go.
go.
There we go. So it's just this idea of taking smaller steps, forgiving yourself, try to stay on track, know that this is a life. This is a life choice now. This is not like every living diet I've ever had. And then, of course, you know, lost hundreds of pounds and gained it back. This is about a new life starting in smaller increments, but it already has begun. And that is something for the rest of my life. Yeah, okay, I'm still drinking wine, but in more moderation. Potato chips are still in the pantry, but they're lasting a lot longer. And they're
Good
more,
deal.
you know, rather than everyday things. So yeah, I feel good. I feel good.
Awesome. Well, you look good. I mean,
Yeah.
I said that before we turned on the camera, and I'll say that again. Yeah. So I'm running down our questions. So you kind of like talked about what's changed in your life for good, and you know, what your objections were before you joined. And then, so what about if somebody was on the fence about joining, what would you say? Like, is there a suggestion that you would have for them, or would you just tell them that, you know, come back next time? Or I mean, you know.
You know, if they're on the fence, we're all on the fence a lot, aren't we? Especially when we're not sure what we want. I wanted a lot of things. But first and foremost, I looked at you and said, I need to sleep. And so that's kind of where it began. And once I felt like I was getting some sleep, then I felt like I could get up and do something. And then it kind of went from there. But it's kind of trying to figure out what you might want, or letting Kelly, you help with that, because you did help with that, trying to just take this fur ball of problems and just start separating things out. Where do I start? So I would say, give yourself this gift, just this once, make this commitment, make a small one. Mine was to sleep through the night as much as I could, to do a few things to get sleep under control so I could feel better. And it worked. And once that happened, other things happened. You're an odd bird, Kelly. You really are in many ways. I sort of think of you as the fitness whisperer, right? You know, it's like you're asking, what do you want? You know, what kind of steps can we take? What kind of healthy or fit do you want to be? And you know, what's stopping you? What can I help with that? And you can help with that. But it does take commitment, and that's the thing. You know, you might be the fitness whisperer, but you can't make miracles out of nothing. It's kind of like with my students, it's like turn something in. I can't grade a 0. But Kelly can work with something. Just give her something. Give her something.
Just start, huh?
You
Just start.
Not bully you unless you want to be bullied. So that's a good thing. I still remember a couple of members were saying, yeah, you know, I haven't really worked through those modules, and I'm afraid, you know, Kelly will be disappointed. It's like, oh, Kelly doesn't care about those modules. In fact, I think you told me that. It's like, I don't care about the friggin' modules. I just want you to move and enjoy it. So there, you know.
Right. Just enjoy life. Get moving. Have fun,
pretty much.
Sleep.
Pretty much.
Eat a little
Get
bit
some
better.
sleep, move around, enjoy the moving. Oh, and that's another thing, by the way. I told you I was a loner. And that's, I think, pretty much true. But in COVID, I started to feel like, okay, you're getting to be too much of a loner. You need people, or, you know, something. We need some kind of community. And, you know, we all lost people in community, of some of our communities. Just because, well, I've actually gained that. It's people I would call friends as well. I mean, having fun, encouraging each other, going out to do something that's kind of fun, trying to get some exercise in, but in an enjoyable way, you know, going out to eat, planning a trip together. I didn't know how a big difference that would make in my life. And it has made a difference.
Yeah.
And I feel as if I'm helping others do the same, because I think we all need some kind of community that's for encouragement, you know?
Yeah.
Keep us
Yeah.
going.
That camaraderie matters.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
These accountability groups, but you know, it's about, hey, good for you. Yes, go, you know, whatever. It's all about encouraging. And if someone sounds like they're getting a little too down, then someone will kind of call on a pity party, but in a very nice way.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And if they're way too down, somebody picks up the phone and calls each other too.
That's right.
I've seen that happen
That's
numerous
right.
times.
I've done it. I've done it. It was like, okay, are you all right? Can I help with anything? So that's been valuable, you know, it has. So I guess if someone was on the fence, I'm just saying, it doesn't even have to be Kelly. Okay. It doesn't have to be this group, but give yourself a gift. Take one step, do it. Take a step forward, because I truly was, I think, almost hopeless. And I have hope now, and I'm going forward into the rest of my life, whatever that is. But I have these tools now to kind of work with. So there you go.
Thank you. Thank you. That was amazing.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. I appreciate you so much being here. Not
at all. I've enjoyed the heck out of it. And again, thanks for everything you've done. You're pretty much a font of knowledge of fitness. And I've called on that many, many times. So
full of fitness.
And you know, you're not going to get rid of me unless you really just tell me to go away. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Now, you know, lifetime means lifetime. So yeah.
Lucky me.
Well, thank you for being here.
You bet. You bet. Enjoyed it. And everyone else, take care and be fit and have fun.
Yeah. Thank y'all.